What's up guys, welcome back. It's Albert here, your Tech and Games Crusader, and what we have here today is a mobile controller. It's called SHAKS, but what this is it's a combination of the phrasing for shark, which is what this image is right here, which is a shark emerging with teeth similar to jaws. And this isn't your normal looking kind of controller. So this is the S5B model, which, it's a simple packaging, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this and take a look and see what exactly we're looking at. So, for presentation purposes, I really like how it's packaged. Comes in its own case, and, as you can see, this is kind of small. Why would I, with large, massive hands, want something this small? Well, let's take a look at what makes this thing be the juices squeezed, so to speak. And what we have here should be a USB Type-C cable. It is a cheaper kind of cable though, because you can see the seams on the back of it. But let's go ahead and measure, for the sake of measuring, how long this is. It's about 1 meter. About a meter and a half, so roughly 4.5 to 5 feet. Just to take it in stride like this. So almost 4 feet. So that's not too shabby for just being a charge cable, because this is a Bluetooth controller, primarily for mobile. And it does support the newer technologies of iOS 11 and higher, according to the page on Amazon. So that's, first off, a good news thing that I'm happy to see. Don't know how it supports, or what its Android support is, as far as does it support the new features for Android 11 or not, but we're getting there to it. We'll take a look. Anything else in the bottom of the box? No. It has an alternate D-pad, you say. And this is plastic, but it is a very nice textured plastic. Somewhat rigid. I would say it is molded plastic. But as you can see, it does lock in, so there's no magnets on this, like you would have on the Xbox Elite controller. So, we have a quick guide 1.0 here. The SHAKS S5B. This is a quick guide for setup SHAKS. For the full user manual, please visit our website, http://en.shaksgame.com. If any question, please contact us at https://shaks.channel.io. And here you have an overview of LED signals. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have pairing is a process of this one is going to be solid, these two will be blinking, and then reconnect is these alternating back and forth. LED status for each mode, Android Fire Stick or Fire TV Stick, solid, and then solid for these two. Windows, Mac, and Chrome is solid and solid, so 1 and 5. iPhone and iPad is number 1 is solid, number 4 is solid. It has a mapping mode for Android. So what this means is we have solid on number 1, and these two, I guess, would be doing whatever pending. It does have a wired mode, actually. So that's something I did not realize about this. So that's a pretty full-blown controller. The price on this is $60, just for your information, by the way. It did have a 20% off coupon on Amazon. So that made it essentially like $48.98. Wired mode is single, and then function on is solid, and then alternating or something there, and then solid. SHAKS Game Hub app. So this is the other reason that I've have interest in this product, is because you can do game mapping, and it has its own app for being able to load games through, similar to the FlyDigi controller Game Center. But the FlyDigi controller Game Center has some things it can't do very well as far as that app itself. Like, it doesn't manage how much battery you have left. You have to wait and see when your battery is low, depending on what your device Bluetooth information would tell you. And we see here, please search SHAKS Game Hub in Google Play Store, or use the QR code right here. So you can be able to take a picture of it, you can get it. SHAKS Game Hub is optional in case of using SHAKS Gamepad only. We recommend you use this app for the following features: Gamepad Test, firmware updates, so that's pretty awesome. It has firmware updates. Check gamepad info, gaming or a mapping mode, mapping touch keys into gamepad keys, which is what I love doing in mobile games because I cannot stand touchscreen. I have large fingers and it's just hard to grip something and use a touch screen unless I'm just tapping like this. Function, features, setup, turbo, sniper, virtual mouse, and so on. Quick guide, video tutorial, help request, sleeping time. Note, when upgrading gamepad firmware, please make sure the gamepad is in charging to avoid any power shortage. How to charge. You can charge the battery using USB cable included through a computer or USB power charger. Please see the power LED status in charging LED number 1. While charging, when battery is low, fast blinking. So while charging, slow blinking, and when fully charged, on, no blinking. You can use gamepad while charging. This is the other thing I really like. In the original FlyDigi Apex, that was not called the series anything, just the Apex, you couldn't use it while it was charging, and you couldn't use it in a wired mode. So that's an awesome update to have. How to fit a smartphone. Slightly pull both sides. Put one side of the smartphone on one side of 5SB first, and then stretch the other side of 5SB to fix the phone. The maximum thickness is 9 millimeters, and max length of the product is 165 millimeters. Please be careful not to exceed this standard. Oversized installation may result in excessive damage to the product. Alright, so here's your a heads up idea of what this thing looks like before we actually get to the inside package. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with how this thing looks. And it does have support for the Xbox Game Pass and xCloud games. So, essentially because it looks like an Xbox controller layout. Step 3 is quick setup. Select gamepad mode for your device in the table. Power off. Press power button for more than 3 seconds. Then change the mode. Power on. Press power button for more than 3 seconds. Pair Bluetooth and enjoy. Your device. Here we have again what we'll see for the lights depending on what mode. We got Android and Fire Stick, or Fire TV Stick. And it even tells you what your Bluetooth name will be similar to. And what switch motion on the actual gamepad itself should be configured as for each mode. That's pretty awesome. So in Android, we have all the way to the left, and that's the same for Fire TV Stick. Windows and Mac Chrome, we have the secondary position, and that's just shown right there with Windows, and then we have iPhone, iPad. It'll say it's an Xbox wireless controller. That's interesting. It's in the third position for Apple. And the Android mapping is all the way to the right for the gear. If the power is on, the mode will not be changed even though you change the mode switch. The mode will be changed based on mode switch status when it reboots only. Okay, so that means you can't hot swap modes with it still on. You have to power it off, change the mode, and then power it on. Or you can, while it's on, change the mode, power it off, and then power it back on, and it'll be in the new mode. So that's a good handy thing to know. See, it's got a little star right there, so it means that, hey, this is important. Notice me. Alright, and then pairing. Press the pairing button, Bluetooth, at the bottom for more than 2 seconds. Then SHAKS will be on pairing mode, and you can find and select one of the Bluetooth name in above table based on your mode selection. Up to 2 host devices. Bluetooth profiles are stored for each mode. So you can store 2 different devices for each mode. That's pretty cool. LED number 2 and 3 will be blinking simultaneously in pairing mode. If you press the pairing button for more than 5 seconds, the pairing profiles registered in current mode will be deleted. Okay, so this is how you would load new device profiles to it for when you have both device profiles already maxed out per mode. So you just hold down your pairing mode button for 5 seconds or more. Reconnect. The last paired profile will be tried to reconnect. If fail, next one is being tried in a sequence. LED 2, 3 will be blinking rotationally. So that means they'll go sequenced back and forth. Opposed to boop, 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 boop for pairing mode. So sequence is going to be back and forth, and reconnecting is back and forth. And then pairing is same time. Sorry. Pairing newly. To connect with a new device, please perform the pairing process newly. The new device will be saved, and the first device registered Bluetooth profile will be deleted. Okay. Please note that you cannot make Bluetooth pairings between an Android device and a SHAKS gamepad in an Android mode and mapping mode concurrently. So you can't use the same thing in both at the same time, because they're on two different sides of the switch. So please delete or unpair the prior pairing information from your paired device list in Bluetooth setup of your Android device before you try a pairing using the other mode. Okay, so that means you don't use a pairing, or you don't use a mapping mode device input in Android to connect. You use an Android device input on this table. So you don't use this one to go to the Android switch, and you don't use the Android switch to go to the mapping name. Alright. When you make a pairing between SHAKS and your device, please check the paired device list. If there are same hardware number with different mode name, you should have to delete it before you make a new pairing. For example, when you try to use SHAKS S5B in pairing or mapping mode, if SHAKS S5B _1E2A _Android is listed in the paired list of your device, you should have to delete or unpair it before you make a new pairing using SHAKS S5B _1E2A _mapping. The mapping mode will be worked well when SHAKS is paired via Bluetooth name mapping. Interesting. Alright, so connecting with an Android device, phone, tablet, TV box, Fire TV stick. Mode setting, power off. Change the mode to Android and power it on. Connecting, please provide pairing process and check Bluetooth name, SHAKS S5B numbers and letters, Android, in the paired list of your device. If there are paired devices before, gamepad will do reconnect. When pairing is successful, LED signals number 2 and 3 turn off and 1, 4, 5 light up. Connecting with a Windows, Mac OS, and Chromebook. If your PC does not support Bluetooth, please use wired mode or install Bluetooth dongle additionally. Mode setting. Power off, change the mode to Windows and power it on. Connecting, please proceed pairing process and check Bluetooth name, SHAKS S5B, numbers and letters, Win-Mac, in the paired list of your device. If there are paired devices before, gamepad will do reconnect. When pairing is successful, LED signals 2, 3, 4 turn off and 1 and 5 will light up. Recommended OS version, it says Windows 10 or later. So, possible if you have an older computer, this will not work with that. Just like it's hard to get an older computer to work with an Xbox One Elite Series 2 controller. When they have the Bluetooth built in, or on the Xbox Series controller for the new consoles, they don't want to work as well unless you use the wireless dongle. So, connecting with iOS device, iPad or iPhone. Mode setting is power off. Change the mode to Apple and power it on. Connecting, please proceed pairing process and check Bluetooth name Xbox wireless controller in the paired list of your device. If there are paired devices before, gamepad will do reconnect. When pairing is successful, LED signals 2, 3, and 5 turn off, and 1 and 4 will light up. Playing on mapping mode for Android only. Mode setting, power off, change to the gear mode, and power on. Connecting, please proceed, pairing process, and check Bluetooth name, SHAKS, S5B, numbers and letters, mapping in the paired list of your device. If there are paired devices before, gamepad will do reconnect. When pairing is successful, LED signals 2, 3, 4, and 5 turn off and number 1 lights up. Before using mapping mode, please check the gamepad firmware in the latest version. Please carefully read 3-step quick setup regarding mapping mode. Wired mode for a USB cable for Windows and Android. It's wired connection without Bluetooth. Connecting, power off, then keep pressing pairing button, Bluetooth symbol. Then connect to the host device using USB cable. Host device will detect gamepad automatically. When completed, LED signals 2, 3, 4, 5 turn off and 1 lights up. Be sure to follow steps in order. Can be connected regardless of mode switch. So it doesn't matter which mode you're in for wired mode, because it's not using any of those connections. With USB-C to USB-C cable, you can use wired mode with smartphone connecting as Xbox compatible gamepad. So it does have OTG function for a mobile device being wired. So that's pretty awesome. If you use Windows 7, please download the Xbox 360 driver. Additionally, you can check more details on https://en.shaksgame.com. Alright, so that right there tells you if you have an older computer, just use it in wired mode and use the Xbox 360 driver. Got it. Reset and initializing to recover setup process. If any issue faced during setup, please follow below 3 steps and try making the connection again. SHAKS works like 4 different gamepads, so making a Bluetooth connection might be confused across those 4 modes: Android, Windows, iOS, and mapping mode. Press pairing button for 5 seconds longer to delete the stored profiles in the selected mode. On your device's Bluetooth setting, delete all paired profiles regarding gamepad. Rebooting your device to make all cached log deleted. So reset hole in the back side is just a power reset in any emergency case. Stored profiles are not deleted. So if you have an emergency case to need to reset the device, you don't delete your profiles. That's pretty cool. At any stage, you can enter pairing process by pressing pairing button, the Bluetooth symbol. Bluetooth cached log data in your device would be cleared in 2 to 5 minutes minutes later after you delete Bluetooth profile. So we recommend you to do above rebooting, power off and on. Okay, so after you clear a profile out from your Bluetooth settings, they advise you to restart your device and restart the controller itself, the SHAKS controller. How to customize function button. This is interesting. Function features will be on-off toggled whenever you push function button. You can select feature through SHAKS Game Hub, go to settings, function, default, virtual mouse. So virtual mouse is by default. Android is enabled in wireless, not in wired. And turbo is enabled across the board in all modes. Sniper is enabled across the mode in all boards. And camera is enabled for, I guess, a screenshot through Android, and same thing with call and media button is through Android. So that's pretty cool. You can actually use this controller to control your music if you wanted to stream something in the background and use this controller while you're doing your streaming. It's pretty awesome. There's some definite out-of-the-box features in this that I hope that FlyDigi may take into account and consideration to add into the FlyDigi Game Center in the future or in their future controllers. I'm still waiting on FlyDigi to make an actual Bluetooth arcade stick, though. I think that's my main goal, is to have them release a Bluetooth arcade stick with their level of customization and their styling. Anyways, back to this. SHAKS Game Hub is not supported in iOS. It is under development. So it's actually going to be coming eventually to iOS. That's pretty awesome. Currently, though, it's not. Please check http://en.shaksgame.com for updates. How to play games with SHAKS Gamepad. For example, Genshin Impact, Roblox, Battleground, League of Legends, Wild Rift, Lineage M, etc. Possible to play using mapping mode in Android, not available in iOS. Fortnite, can't even tolerate saying that word. FIFA, Slam Dunk, Asphalt, etc. compatible with all OS with proper SHAKS modes. Call of Duty Mobile, playable in iOS without change. To Android users, it is playable after changing Bluetooth name to Xbox Wireless Controller via SHAKS Game Hub. Go to Settings, Gamepad Settings, Name Change. For more information, please contact us. https://shaks.channel.io. How to use mapping mode, virtual touch features. SHAKS Game Hub app is mandatory. Please refer to above SHAKS Game Hub app. Set up your gamepad in touch mode. Please refer to above 3-step quick setup. Run Game Hub. Check gamepad listed and name mapping in the game or in the app. At the bottom, click mapping. Grant permission and notice one time. Add new game, the plus symbol. Select the game from the list. Click and play with mapping edit mode. For more information, please see the guide on https://en.shaksgame.com. Alright, so we have officially gotten through the manual. Let's go ahead and see what we've got here. Now I've got my old Razer Phone 2 that we'll use for the purpose of attaching as a controller. I'll let that boot up. While we're doing that, let's take a look at this. I really like the quality of the rubber, and that even being two-tone color. It's black and gray, or it's black, or the design itself is red and gray on a black base. Sorry, my brain just kind of miscommunicated functions of words I wanted to say. Alright, guys. There is the controller. It's pretty awesome. Gotta say, right off the bat, these are very flat-topped analog sticks. You have the edges are raised with the center that dips down. You have a power button, select function, back menu, start. It has a color on it, is a metallic gunmetal with a smooth, suede grip on the sides. I like that it has the texture on the top of the triggers. Oh, wow. Now, if these are analog triggers, that definitely also puts something up over top of what the Flydigi Apex Series 2 can do. Give me just a bit, guys. I am looking up to get the SHAKS Game Center. Or Game Hub, rather. Alright, so here we have the SHAKS Game Hub. That's all I typed in. Let's take a look at it. So we have 3.5 stars, 59 reviews, over 10,000 downloads, E for everyone. Part of the reason I don't use this phone anymore is because the speakers are blown on it. Screen still works great, just the speakers, you know, they're just kind of busted. Okay, so here's what it'll look like. Getting into it. Let's see more about the app. Gaming utility to improve your gaming experience with SHAKS Gamepad. Gaming utility application to improve your gaming experience. Customizing your SHAKS Gamepad keys up to your gaming style or your favorite game. Even further, your game console. Possible to convert touch into gamepad key control, key mapping. Easily access pre-configured game setting, tutorials video, and manual. This utility is providing SHAKS mapping, compatible game database, virtual mouse on and off, turbo key setting on and off, sniper control setting on and off, phone mode on and off, sleeping time setting, LED brightness adjust, firmware upgrade, SHAKS Gamepad key test, and direct access to customer support. We would be very happy for any advice to improve our utility application or gamepad itself. And please note that this APK is compatible only for S2, S2i, S3i, S5, the higher version from S2 model. What's new? Now, if you contact us with that, or within the app, we can more easily identify the situation and guide you to the problem that occurred within the app. Updates, basic information on new brand products of SHAKS. You can also test a wired gamepad on the gamepad test screen, added check and cancel icons in the mapping screen icons. You can cancel the save as you like, and you can make the icon visible. Fix bugs in the confirmed app release through other inquiries. So, the company that makes this is AKSys, not to be confused with the other company, AKSys, that is a game publisher. So let's go ahead and get this installed. And let's finish going over the controller while it's doing that. So, the R3 and L3 clicks are very shallow sounding. Like, here's the distance it travels. Very, very, that would be very easy to hit L3 and R3. We have actual solenoid switches for the LB and RB. The LT and RT are triggers, so it feels like they're on slide and 2 springs. Here's the 5 lights that it was referring to for your mode and such. Here's your mode switch. You can see the silhouettes at the top. We have Android, Windows, Apple, and setting for mapping. And it is flush. So it's got this little indentation right there. You can use your finger now to get to it. I can already see some of the paint is discoloring from me scraping my fingernail across it. Made with Qualcomm technologies. So these sponge rubber covers here are probably covering up screws, I'm guessing. We'll just take one out just to see. Nah, don't need to. So, this is the other thing about the controller. It does slide, but when you open it all the way, it seems like, yeah, this thing will fit a tablet in it. But when you open it to where this inner part starts to open up, that part doesn't want to go back inside. We have padding on the inside of there. And foam rubber on the inside of there. So it's not like the Razer Kishi where it has a direct connection, but I think it feels better overall with the D-pad especially, and then having this to change out than the Razer Kishi. I will go ahead and we'll get this out just to be able to change it, to see how we can change it. And this is even on all sides. This actually feels the same as far as the responsiveness and the sound as the Xbox Elite controller style. Has more travel on it this way, for sure. Now these buttons, they are flat, just slightly above this concave area that they're sitting in. So what that would mean is, for the purpose of having anything that would require you to reach for buttons or such. I mean, I can easily use my thumb and cover up all of these buttons. Just so you can see. Got about an inch in this entire concave area. Well, an inch by the angle, anyways. Just a slight bit over an inch. Or just under 3 centimeters or 30 millimeters. Okay, so we have it from here. Let's see if we got this downloaded. It is. Let's go ahead. We got report statistical information anonymously. Report app crashes anonymously. This is your terms and conditions here. We'll just go run. Let's go to add new gamepad. The S5i. And let's go ahead and hold our power button. There we go. It is in Android. And there we go. It's in Android. There's our SHAKS S5B C9 F9. Let's go ahead and pair. It is paired right there. Okay. We'll go ahead and pull out the micro stand that I showed you guys in one of the previous videos. And you can see there's what it said that would happen for the lights. Guys, this thing almost fits the OnePlus 9 Pro with the case I've got on it. It just actually should slide right in from the top. Except for it's slightly too thick with the case on it. But, as you can see, oh, it definitely fits the Razer phone too. Okay, so from here we have function key, and this is the different modes and stuff. Mouse mode is by default. We can see here our battery is full. By pressing function key, mouse can be activated on and off. Possibly, sorry about that guys, I just had my camera disconnect on me. But sniper mode, and you can control the sensitivity of each stick on the SHAKS S5B. And by pressing a function button, adjust sensitivity of stick moving to control precisely, less value, less moving. Alright, so camera. In camera application, take a picture by pressing function key. In other application, it controls volume up, so that's cool. Phone and media. Receive drop call audio on-off, including music play pause. That's pretty awesome. Alright, so that's that menu. Gamepad. Let's check for firmware, just to see if there's any firmware. You already have the latest firmware installed. No need to upgrade. If there is a problem, please press reset button or click help request for help. Alright, so on the back of the controller, this is your reset button if it hangs or gets frozen or something to power emergency power off. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, guys. If you have any questions or comments about the SHAKS mobile controller, that is also, well, Bluetooth/wired controller, feel free to leave a comment below. Questions, I'll try and get to it as I receive them or see them. And, if you like the video, feel free to give a thumbs up. If you have, any sort of feedback regarding how to improve these type of things, or you want me to do more or enjoy these that I'm doing, feel free to give a like on the video, leave a comment, something. But yeah, this has been the SHAKS S5B mobile and wired telescopic controller. And this is Ivernight, your tech and game crusader. Yeah, I'm trying to get this stuff done a little bit more timely. I think this is a good product, but as is, just from first impressions, the price definitely suits the materials quality, and the features exceed what the materials and the price would normally be. So it's to each person's discretion what they believe is a value to them. But I'm happy to answer any questions of my testing that I go through on this controller and its responsiveness and such. Just ask in the comments. This controller, again, was $59.99 on Amazon with 20% off coupon. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Ivernight, Tech and Games Crusader. Hope you guys have a good night, good day. Take care. We'll see you later.